What's up, YouTube fragrance family, friends? Tommy with Studio Sins here. We're going to be talking about a brand new release today. I'm excited to bring you Stronger With You Only from Emporio Armani, aka Giorgio Armani. Now, the Stronger With You line has been one of my absolute all-time favorite gourmand line of fragrances. It's extremely versatile, and it seems like, very similar to what I said about Givenchy, each successive release has been better than the last, or at least as equally as good as the previous, so that there have been no losses in the line. So I'm a little bit trepidatious bringing you this first impressions of Stronger With You Only, because the note breakdown is relatively simplistic, and I'm kind of worried that they're going to stray a little bit far from that really good staple gourmand fragrance DNA. We're going to find out today. That's the whole purpose of First Impressions. So when we come back, we've got that and more coming your way. So stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. So today we're going to be taking a look at doing an unboxing and a brief unboxing, and I'll give you guys my first impressions of Stronger With You Only, which is the new release by Emporio Armani. It is a gourmand fragrance, and if you're not sure what a gourmand fragrance is, it'll usually have something that's along the lines of edible, like licorice or honey, and in this case, glazed chestnuts. So normally gourmand fragrances are a little bit heavier than your typical fragrances, and they're often used for cooler weather, but you could still wear gourmand fragrances in spring and summer, and that's what this looks like. It looks like they've tried to take that sweet chestnut, bourbon, vanilla, and take it in that more in the area of spring and summer, similar to what they did with Stronger With You Freeze, which I happen to kind of really like the mashup of the fragrance DNA and Stronger With You Freeze. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the fragrance. Before we do anything else though, in typical fashion, let's take a closer look at the presentation. Kind of artistic gold band going all the way around. You've got Stronger With You Only at the top, Emporio Armani at the bottom. It is a 100 ml bottle, 3.3 fluid ounce. QR code on the left side of the box. The back of the box has your ingredients listing. It has your address information, and at the very bottom, your various stickers. And at the bottom left, you've got your QR code, which is really tiny, and then your UPC. The very bottom of the box has some various stickers, a disposable advisory, some Giorgio Armani information, as well as the batch code. It is 38UN004. The very top of the box has the Emporio Armani logo. And then, of course, that bottle. The bottle is exactly the same style as the Stronger With You. However, the glass is just see-through. It's transparent. There are no gradients. There are no additional colors or anything embedded in the glass. It just simply says Stronger With You Only. So really, the word only is the only difference here. And you've got Emporio Armani at the bottom. The very bottom of the bottle has an impossible to read sticker, that batch code in the middle. The lid of the bottle is exactly the same as the other bottles. It clicks into place. The very top of the atomizer has the Emporio Armani logo on it. You have to turn it a specific way or it won't click into place. It fits along that artistic band that goes around the bottom of the lid. And that is it for the presentation. So I really do like the way that the bottle looks, and if you are a completionist or a collector out there, you're probably going to really like having this in your collection, because it's exactly like the other bottles, except there's no frou-frou on it, no bells and whistles. It's just completely transparent glass, but albeit very thick glass. Now, what about the note breakdown? That seems to be the biggest difference in this fragrance. It seems like they've pulled back some of the fragrant notes in there so that you can get a little bit of a more astringent or cleaner take on the fragrance DNA. My hope is, however, that they don't go too far with that, because this fragrance's claim to fame is that glazed chestnut vanilla combination. It's deep, it's dark, it's rich, it's sweet, it's gourmand, but without that, you don't really have the gourmand. However, they seem to have kept it in the note breakdown, so let's consider the notes that are in this fragrance. Let's talk about that note breakdown. Emporio Armani's Stronger With You Only features a top note of grapefruit, heart notes of provincial lavender, and Madagascan geranium, resting on a base of bourbon vanilla, glazed chestnut, and labdanum. Now, if you look online, it will actually say Cistus Absolute. The difference between Cistus Absolute and labdanum, so if you take the twigs and branches of Cistus and you grind them up, that's what you come up with is Cistus absolute. Now, labdanum is derived from the gum of the cistus plant, and therefore it is more resinous. So labdanum is a sweet, warm aroma that's derived from the resin of cistus and not the twigs and the branches. So not to go too far chemistry or scientific there, but that just gives you a breakdown, overly simplistic breakdown of the difference between the two. So labdanum in the base, not very different. We need that gum or that resin to kind of bind everything as a fixative, to pull everything together. So let's go ahead and check out the juice and we'll talk about the difference. So typically the atomizer on these bottles have always been really, really good. I don't have any complaints there. Oh, that was already ready to go, primed. It shoots the juice out pretty far, a decent radius, about 3 to 5 inches, which is really good. So definitely getting that chestnut in the air. I'll kind of give you guys two opinions, one on the strip and one in the air. I don't really get a lot of grapefruit. Grapefruit is not necessarily the most citrus of these citrus fruits. It is very popular when it comes to men's fragrance though, just because it has some really good properties. But in the air, definitely getting that DNA that is prime too. So I'm happy to say that if you're looking for that gourmand DNA that is part of the Stronger With You line, you'll definitely get it in Stronger With You only. So they didn't omit that, which was smart, because they would ostracize a lot of people if they did. So let's test out the strip. So while it's drying down on the strip, I'm getting that really nice grapefruit. It's decently citrusy, so that kind of surprises me. I do like that. That is different from their attempt for a spring and summer version of the DNA and freeze, the Stronger With You freeze, which I actually happen to like. But it's a bit different. Freeze doesn't really have a citrus backbone. So this has a really nice citrus open. As it's drying down, I'm definitely getting that sweet glazed chestnut, but it's not as sweet as I'm used to. So I'm gonna try it out on skin. Skin is always where I get my really true definition of a first impression. My first impression of it is on skin, and then I'll give it some time to dry down. Okay, so definitely a really fruity, citrusy grapefruit. I get that a lot in the open. So if you're a fan of grapefruit, you're going to really like the open of Stronger With You only. I really like that. It's odd though, because on the tester strip, it's already gone. Like there's not really any citrus at all. You're getting more of just the chestnut vanilla combination with some labdanum in the background. And then you've got a floral combination of lavender and geranium in the heart, which I don't really get here. So it seems to, at least on the strip, go from grapefruit or citrus straight into chestnut and vanilla. All right, guys, I'm going to give this a few minutes to dry down on my arm. Then I'm going to come back and give you my final thoughts on Stronger With You only. Okay, first of all, without hedging any bets, I'm going to tell you straight up that I really like this personally. I like the smell of this. It is a cleaner, more simple version of the Stronger With You DNA. It is not quite as gourmand. In other words, the richness that you enjoy in Stronger With You Intensely, Stronger With You Absolute, doesn't go into that territory. It actually strays from that territory. So you definitely get the Stronger With You DNA. You can tell right away if you were blindfolded and smelled this, you would be like, that's Stronger With You, but different. So that's the simplistic way that I can describe this to you. It's Stronger With You, but different. Kind of reminds me of what happens to DNA when like pink pepper is added to it. It brightens it up, it lifts it up, it elevates it a bit. So with that lavender and geranium floral duo, it kind of takes that Stronger With You DNA and it elevates it a bit. I don't know that it takes it into a full-on spring and summer. This doesn't feel necessarily like a spring and summer version of Stronger With You. It just feels like a divergent version. Yeah, I could definitely see wearing this in spring. Definitely see wearing this in fall, spring, and in cooler weather. I don't know that there's any version of Stronger With You that I would wear in high heat, but Stronger With You Freeze has that nice cooling effect that would be more appropriate in warmer weather. So I would probably take Stronger With You Freeze in warmer weather over Stronger With You Only. It seems to be trying to vie for a signature scent worthy, in other words, a hyper versatile version where if you're going to go to the office, you can't really wear something that's going to be staunchly sweet and gourmand. You can, very minimalistically, very light, just one or two sprays, you could, but it's really hard to do that with gourmand fragrances. Gourmand fragrances just want you to spray because they're so addictive. They're so good. This would be, to me, the office version of Stronger With You. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just kind of a stripped down, more of a simplistic version of the Stronger With You DNA, with the primary highlight on that glazed chestnut, that bourbon vanilla combination. I definitely get that resin from the labdanum in the background there. So the primary thing that I do absolutely love about Stronger With You Only is that combination of sweet glazed chestnut, bourbon vanilla with that resinous labdanum in the background. promoting both, pushing both out there to the forefront. But after about 15-20 minutes, which is how long I've been wearing this, there's zero citrus. So if you're looking for a citrus version, you know, a fruity grapefruit version of Stronger With You, you're only going to get that in the open. So it's a very pleasant open, kind of a shame that it dies down that rapidly, but you are left with that Stronger With You DNA. So while I'm not saying it's a watered down version, because it's definitely projecting very well, it's just a lighter, cleaner version of the Stronger With You DNA. So again, if you're a completionist or if you just absolutely love the line, I would definitely check it out. If you're just wanting to know what the best Stronger With You is, it's not going to be Stronger With You only. I still fall into the category of Stronger With You Intensely or Stronger With You Absolutely. And if you're looking for a warm weather version, you're still probably going to be better served with Stronger With You Freeze as opposed to Stronger With You Only. However, I'm looking forward to wearing this more, and the more that I wear it, I'll take notes and I'll give you guys a full-on review. If you've tried out Stronger With You Only and developed an opinion about it, let me know what you feel about the fragrance in the comments below. Well guys, that's it for my first impressions, my unboxing first impressions of this fine fragrance. I really think it's a worthy addition to the line, although it's going to take some people some getting used to find out where it exactly fits in terms of its versatility and its usefulness. I still think that if you just got a couple of the other fragrances, Intensely, Absolutely, you're still better served than footing the money for this, especially as a new fragrance and paying that, you know, new fragrance price, that retail price. Well guys, thanks so much for tuning in to my unboxing and first impressions of Stronger With You Only. As always, thank you so much for your support on my channel. I'm Tommy with Studio Sense, and I'll see you tomorrow.
There's a party, we can go all night. I will show you how to run the red lights. Everybody dance, don't stop. I just need a minute to find out what I'm feeling, cause I'm about to go nuts. And I love what I feel.